Hello, Exiles. This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and welcome to another Path of Exile video. I'm still doing my Exsanguinate Inquisitor with the Heatshiver and Hrimsorrow and Marohi Erqi Battlemage setup. I'm currently level 86. I forgot yesterday was Thanksgiving. I'm not very good with dates and stuff, but luckily my family reminded me. So I did not record a video yesterday, and I didn't make all that much progress, although I did make some progress. I did get to play a little bit, and I played a little bit this morning as well. I will be leaving to go dog sit for my brother this upcoming month, so I'm going to go up there, hang out for a little bit, dog sit for a couple weeks while him and his wife are on vacation, and then hang out a little bit more, and I'll be back at the end of December. But I am taking my computer and stuff, so I will be making videos for League Start and everything. It'll just be in a new location. Currently, I'm at 52 out of 115 for map progression. I'm getting up through yellow maps. The only red map I currently have is one that is very highly delirious, I think. Castle Ruins is like 88. And the reason I know that is because of I'm using a spreadsheet that It Fights Back is making, and I'll link that in the description below. It's basically a list of all the maps that he's done so far, basically telling you what the level of delirium is on them, and it's got a good decent chunk of them. So I will go ahead and link that, and I would recommend, I'll link his channel as well. I'd recommend checking him out. I particularly enjoyed his Gucci Hobo League playthrough. He just does nice little league playthroughs, and he is pretty chill. He's similar to me as far as disposition. So, you know, if you like watching my content, it might be worth checking out for you. So, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and run a T10 map to kind of demonstrate where I'm at. I'm still on a 5 link, which is more like a pseudo 3.5 link for clearing. But I now have fit Righteous Fire into my build, which required some swapping around a thing. Oh yeah, this is a Temp Chains map 2, which is going to be a little bit annoying. But yeah, this is only 42 delirium, so shouldn't be that bad. I still don't have full freeze immunity. I do have reduced freeze duration, which is good against monsters. But yeah, if I, for instance, had gotten frozen by that strongbox, ooh, that's a nice little chunk of scarabs there. And that right there is exactly why we take the operative strongboxes early on. Get a nice amount of scarabs. This is actually my very first influence map. I haven't run any yet, so let's go ahead and get some, hopefully, additional Eldritch currency, because I need a lot of that right now. I'm not going to bother boss rushing. So yeah, with the temp chains and stuff, it might be a little slow going. I keep using my flame dash on accident. I should only be using my flame dash for emergencies, basically. Oops, there you go. Go ahead and put on my potion, get that going. Because my life regen barely outpaces my degen, unless I'm standing still, where I now have my Uber Lab. I got that set up. Yeah, sometimes it'll take a little bit to kill rares unless I switch to hypothermia, which gives me a big chunk of damage. It's basically ends up being a little bit more than 50% more damage, just because of the way I have it set up, which can translate to a lot more if I can freeze with it and can't freeze without it, basically. Oop. I thought I opened that. All right, Sentinel, Steel Infused, so go ahead. And if if I thought I couldn't kill this, I would just basically back off and put hypothermia on, but it looks like I'll be able to kill it with chain. I can kill, I don't have to swap for hypothermia for most bosses on anything less than Delirium 50 for sure so far. So basically you can get up to red maps with this build on essentially a 3.5 link. You know, 4 links plus chain, which is a minus damage multiplier, and then just have a single target gem swap setup with hypothermia. So it is more than capable. A lot of people asked me, or some people asked me if it was league start or just said they'd be doing it as league start. This is absolutely league start viable. If I can league start with it in Delirium League and not have, you know, obviously it's slow going, but in a normal league, you'd be progressing much faster. All of the core uniques are very cheap in pretty much every league. Probably get them for like 10 chaos. You could probably get all of the uniques you need, especially considering that they all drop. I think the highest level one is the Marohi Erqi, which is like a level 56 or something. I don't remember the exact number, but all right, map currency, grab that. But yeah, everything's very cheap, very common. As far as the core uniques, obviously Yoke of Suffering would be ideal as well. Pretty much anything that runs Heatshiver, Yoke ends up being in between a 50 and 70% more damage multiplier when you put it on. So yeah, it's gonna be, but you know, usually in a regular trade league, those will be cheap within the first couple of days, and you can definitely make it through the first couple of days without the yoke. It's not necessary, it's just nice to have if you can get it earlier. All right, a little bit slow here. A lot of people are saying I have a visual stutter. Yeah, this is particularly noticeable. I am getting more RAM. I am doubling my RAM. I don't know if that'll help or not. I hope it will, but I'm not sure if it will or not. So we will see. And in fact, I don't notice it as much on my end. In fact, I don't notice it at all if I'm not recording usually, except in extreme circumstances. In Mayhem League, I would just flat out freeze while there were Harbinger packs. I just want to get to the boss. Oh, it's down here. So kind of a weird layout. Usually it's in the top left, I thought, on this map. Although I guess I don't run gardens enough to really know the layout. I usually run it once because, well, as you can see, it's not the best layout, at least in my opinion. I currently have Bone Chill linked to my Frost Blink. I'm no longer using Hydrosphere, and mostly because I don't really benefit from the exposure. Okay, that was a huge mistake by my part and could have got me killed. I should have put my Molten Shell on before I did that in case I got frozen like I did. Alright, so before I get to the boss room, I just swap over to Hypothermia for Chain. You know, it's less comfortable for these first few packs, and actually this boss summons adds too. But yeah, damage goes up considerably. If I can get it on my Consecrated Ground as well and wait for the full... Oh, that's a bad... I've made a mistake. I should also be using my other flasks. Alright, clear this stuff out. Alright, put that back on. Kind of just tank this dot. There you go. Alright, that was kind of a pain, but wasn't too bad. Alright, I'll pop out of here now. I'll clear the rest after I finish recording here. So I have a couple of things to talk about, but I'll go over the gear. Actually, I'll very briefly go over the gear because I haven't changed anything, but I do have another 5-link that I'm going to be using. It's just got higher armor is the main reason I'm going to use it, but I can't use it yet because of the lightning resist, and I don't want to craft on lightning resist. What I want to do is I want to use the harvest craft over here that switches, let's see, fire. It switches fire resist to lightning, but I'm currently 80 primal crystallized life force short of doing that. So as soon as I get that, I'll do that, and then I'll be able to craft anything because there will be an open prefix. Oh, I guess just a prefix. So yeah, I could get like % life, % mana, or just one of these, and this will give me a lot more life because I currently only have 45 life on my body armor, which is, you know, hindering my life pool because I have quite a bit of % life, but just not a lot of flat life. Although in this case, the % life might actually still be better to craft on. So we'll see. The other thing I wanted, and the rest of the gear is exactly the same as it was yesterday. I haven't made any changes whatsoever. So yeah, if you've seen it yesterday, oh, except I got a boot enchant for damage leached if you've killed recently, which is pretty helpful as well, just for clearing. But other than that, absolutely nothing's changed. But going into the Atlas passive, one thing I wanted to talk about is these nodes up here, Compulsive Hoarder and Delusions of Persecution, do seem to work for this event. Meaning, basically, and the way that the Delirium drops seem to work as well. I almost wonder too if I shouldn't take these 3 nodes here. The big one isn't really going to be helpful, but it wouldn't be that many points to go down here and just get the chance for additional reward to stack with these. That would give me 24%, so just short of 1 in 4 maps. Yeah, I might do that. I might swap around my strategy here a little bit and go grab those. Kind of really lean into the Delirium mechanic. But yeah, they also seem to work, the Delirium rewards, just like they would if you put a Delirium orb on a map, meaning higher tier maps are going to be better. I noticed this when I got a 4 reward types to drop on a yellow map, and I got a bunch of decent tier oils, and I wasn't getting high tier oils in white maps from rewards, but I got like azure oils and that kind of thing. Black oil, that kind of thing, in yellow maps. So once I get up into red maps, this is going to be really nice. I'm going to try to find a good low Delirium red map to just pick as my first couple favorites and really try to farm that a lot to get good stuff. I don't know if it'll go up further as I get higher. Sorry, my throat's a little... There you go. All right, but yeah, basically just went up through here, like I said, got Shaping the Valleys, Shaping the Seas, Secret Operations, Tamper Proof, and twice Tempted. I still want more crafts for Betrayal, so I still have all the June mission stuff. But after I got all of that core, like League Start stuff, this is what I consider the League Start core right here for most builds I play, because I'm pretty much always going to want Unveils, Curak missions, Essences, and the operative strong boxes for Scarabs for later on. Normally I would also include Amplified Energies in that, but I wanted to get Delirium first, and also this might make it a little more difficult in Delirium. I'm probably still going to go grab that next after I get these points, or I might just go right over and start grabbing like the Influence stuff. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing on here. As soon as I'm done with this build, I'm going to be going through and doing all of the like different ascendancies for my Frostblades character. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe. As far as my regular skill tree, I kind of changed my pathing around. Instead of going up through this way to grab Iron Will, I went down this way. I was able to save 1 point this way and get more intelligence, which brings intelligence closer to strength, giving more crit chance. However, I still have a pretty similar amount of crit chance, 58.8, because I spec'd out of Arcane Potency so that I could get Soul of Steel, and I did that for 2 reasons. One, my armor was kind of low. I only had like 8,000 armor. Now I have almost 13,000, so going through there gave me a considerable amount of armor, which will just scale further as I level up my determination more once I get that to level 20, and ideally 21 at some point. And then I might go back up and grab this next. I'm not really sure. I might just grab jewels too at this point, because I have a couple 3 2-socket jewels that I can get. 1, 2, 3, actually 4. So I might just start stacking jewels next, and then maybe later spec out of some stuff to get a cluster jewel setup going, which will probably be the highest tier thing I can do. I already have some good like physical large clusters and crit medium clusters that could be nice. But yeah, the tree is feeling pretty solid. Oh yeah, I have this physical damage. I'll probably just grab Relentless. I might spec out of that, although the mastery for physical mastery that gives 40% increased physical damage with skills that cost life is really, really nice for this for a single point. And these nodes are also more efficient than common, so it might actually be better for me to grab these for my next 3 points, as far as being better than a jewel. I think I have one jewel that might be more worth putting in than that, but I definitely don't have 4 jewels that are more worth getting than that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the character. It's gonna be. I'm just gonna cut it off from there. I have to go start getting packed and get ready after I upload this. So yeah, I guess I probably won't upload a video tomorrow, but it's possible I will. I guess I'll see how quickly I get set up and settled in, and if I might just want to hang out a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. If not, I'll probably be back with a video on Sunday, possibly later on Sunday. So, yeah, this has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time. Bye.